If, excuse me, if I could get the mayor to quit interrupting our meetings, we will get started. Please stand and follow Mr. Brock in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So it'll be in the minutes 100 years from now. I'd like to go on the record as saying the county loves the city. Just can't always reciprocate that love to all those elected officials. And I don't care who knows it. I love Kenny Costin. I'll go on the record. He's been good to me over the years.
Gotta be good to somebody, right?
Yeah. Thank goodness he married Debbie, and she kind of likes me.
That kind of saved him, didn't it?
I recognize a quorum, and I need approval of the January 5th minutes.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
First up under old business is engineering for a Ready Grant project.
I've got the copies of the plans. I thought you guys might want to look at them real quick. So I'll pass them down to you. Basically what it is, after we did our, looked at that, none of the watershed was going to cemetery at all. It was all head and side. All of it was. I mean, PetSmart area, all that was heading to Sodom.
Oh, it wasn't even turning,
No, it was going in the north ditch, not the south.
I knew everything from like the restaurants and the car wash and
That
Skillman.
whole side, that whole east of Artesian Avenue is coming through there too. So we designed it to divert that back down to Cemetery Ditch. We're gonna block off that secondary ditch totally. We're gonna block it at Artesian Avenue, and we're gonna block it where it turns and goes down into Cemetery. And when we get east behind Artesian Avenue, we're gonna put a high spot in there where it should break and go both ways. So we're gonna push it back to Cemetery, and we're gonna push it back to Solder.
Did we ever get hold of anybody at Walmart on their retention ponds?
Yeah, no, we're still working on that. I know the city, I've talked to the city, they don't have plans for it.
Mr. Mayor, if you ever go over and look in those retention ponds, there is a cement runway and a drain, and it's on the floor. So it never fills up because it immediately runs out. Instead of putting the drain 4 feet up to hold some of that and slow, it just runs right out.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see where it's diverting, right there. We're diverting everything down. Yep. It's coming this way, and we're diverting down into here, so. Yep, and this is over on Artesian, and we're diverting it down into that ditch, so. Oh, it'll make a big difference. When are we doing it? It's gonna start probably April. We sent it out for, the bid process has started, we've advertised, we've got a pre-bid meeting last week.
The diversions on
Bids are
107.
due the 12th,
If you look at that, that's what
February. So
What?
the diversions on 107.
our plans are to award it probably by April and start by April,
Awesome. And completion by end of the year?
July. We figure 2-3 weeks is all the work it'll take with, those excavators. Along with that ditch, we're working on the banks of original cemetery to lay it back too. So we'll get more storage in there like we did downstream. It won't be a two-stage, we're layering it back.
Don't have enough room, or the farmers ain't gonna let you do it.
We just had to, we're just gonna lay it back at some spots 2-to-1, some spots 3-to-1. We're just gonna lay that bank back.
With the retention pond that's grown up?
That will be dry because no water can get to it except runoff. It's dry right now, so. We're taking that runoff away from it.
Okay.
Well, it may have snow in it now. Right now, we walked it the other day, and right now there's an encampment. There's some homeless people that are back in there.
It's not full of water?
No, it's dry. all kinds of tarps back there and all kinds of stuff back there,
Where's that?
right off of Artesian Avenue.
The creek that runs between Skillman and Artesian, or Artesian Way and backs up to the houses?
It was dry when we walked it the other day. It won't be
That-
now when the snow melts.
Well, that
It was
surprises
the
me.
other day. But that one that you're talking about, you fell in at one time, it should be gone. I mean, it should just dry up,
Good.
yeah.
I won't tell my boss that Kenworthy and I were out there trying to save somebody that fell in, and then we fell in the middle, in weather like this. Not a good night.
And so this ditch, we have all the easements for that ditch to go do the work on, except one, and we're working on that. Kirsten and I is working on it. We should have it by this week or next week. The mayor's here to talk to us about that. In our talks in early January, we discussed what we needed to do, and I told him we needed to take this thing in as a regulated drain and make sure we got everything we needed. And he agreed 100%, so we'll let him speak real quick.
No, Terry and I talked, and he came over and kind of gave a heads up on a few things that Mr. Oakes had been working with the Drainage Board on. And we asked Mr. Coffey to get a letter so I could present that to you today, but Dale did not get that accomplished. But we were wanting to see if you could take the laterals from the Hilldale ditch and include those as your regulated ditches.
I think we should, that way we can maintain it.
Well, and if we get it regulated, then we can help clean it.
And plus, we'll get it to function the way it should function. You know, it's gonna help us on solder. If you stop and look at what the size of that watershed is dumping the solder, it shouldn't be dumping the solder, it's gonna make a huge difference.
What's going on with the development across from, in between the, I call it the trees?
The 10 acres,
Yeah, that we were gonna put habitat and all that.
that was before the Planning Commission last Tuesday, and it did pass. So TNH Investments are coming in, they're going to put in a workforce development housing. I believe there's 34 apartments, townhomes that will go in there. They will have a separate building to the north that would be a daycare that will be equipped for 50 children. And then once they get those two things accomplished, then they will put in 6 Habitat homes on the south end. And we've asked that, since we have Hannah Farms across the street, Habitat has agreed to make those homes with 2-car garages, which they normally don't do for Habitat. And then there was a contributor that gave them money to make sure that Wayne Scott was put on those homes so to match the ones at Hannah Farms.
You got some ready grant money for that one, Kenny?
There was some ready grant money we had for that, $850,000. There was a timeline through CERTA that
Yeah.
things had to be presented by November 1st.
Yeah.
At the October 28th meeting, I believe it was, the Plan Commission did not pass this. So I de-obligated those funds, so those $850,000 of ready money has been
Oh,
reallocated
I
to
was just,
somewhere else.
I knew at one time there's some ready grant.
Yeah.
Where are we at on the money that the county gave you for the water project?
I put that in my back pocket,
Yeah.
and we're just going to keep,
Yeah.
no, we.
Google money,
You know,
Google money. Well,
You know,
who needs
pro-
Google money when
In a
you?
public meeting, I probably shouldn't say that, should I?
No, don't say that, no.
No, we have a meeting today at 11 o'clock with Four Star and also United Engineering, because that's who Gary had initiated the discussion with on extending those sewers on the backside of the,
So we're gonna get that allocated
Church.
before the end of this year so that they don't
Yes.
want that back and,
yes.
okay,
So-
And I
so-
believe that was like 1.2,
Something like that,
yeah,
or 1.5.
something.
we'll take 1.5.
I thought it was. I think it was 1.5.
I think it was too.
Yeah. It's a
I
good
just,
day.
but people don't understand, we got that, for the record, we got that money, and we have to allocate it to capital projects. And this Board of Commissioners, and I know this isn't a commissioner meeting, but it all ties in, believe that most economic development is driven at the town and city level, not out in the back 40. And contrary to some of the social media, we still like to protect our back 40. But we will help and assist in developing along the I-70, I-69 corridor and help with the cities and towns so that they can drive economic development, and in return, we hope to see more jobs and more people, and therefore more local lit, and that helps the county. So people don't understand,
It's a big circle.
Yes, sir.
Big shell
And,
game.
and one thing that I appreciate with Four Star on this development over between, say, the Sun Energy property, they were going to have their entrance and exit there off of 252. That will not work. That's too dangerous a spot. So they have worked with
horrible
Faith
spot.
Church to get an easement and have something come out on 44. But the fire marshal has also told them they need a second exit, and I think they're working with some landowners there to the, would be the east of them, to get something through, can't think of the development there.
Patriot? Is it Patriot or?
Patriot, yeah, Patriot Court.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to be part of our discussion today.
Let's go back to the Habitat houses. They came in and we gave them approval for an outlet to the ditch. Are they gonna change their drainage?
We're waiting, we've not seen any of the drawings. Bob Strader is still waiting to have all of those, and Troy Swan said that he would be looking over the engineering, so.
If they change any, if that's not exactly where they said it's gonna be, we'll have to vacate that one. They'll have to come back in and get approval again,
Okay.
so.
Well, I may ask him to come back, because several things changed on that project. I
Yeah.
mean, we worked 11 months on finally getting that approved, so I think I will recommend for them to come back to
Well,
the drainage
we all,
board.
Gary always sent us, we would get to review it before it got okayed through, just so we were okay with it going in our ditch. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll make
Especially-
sure.
Especially as we get ready to increase the flow of water right down that ditch.
But the capacity is gonna be more, so hopefully it'll get out quicker. So one thing I didn't tell you is after we did all this survey work, it looks like Indian Creek, I think we talked about it before, Indian Creek can back up and get back into Sonner. It makes a loop through all those ditches. So the elevation was high enough for it to go back. You probably didn't know that. Indian Creek could come up Cemetery and then go down that ditch and get back into Sonner and go back down to Indian Creek. So it was putting water into Sonner. So
Makes
it's
sense.
so flat out there. When we found it, Joe called me, Miller called me, he said, hey, I got something to tell you. Oh, no, don't tell me. And he said, this is bizarre, and he told me, you're like, what? You know, we had no idea.
When did you take office?
January 1 of 2020.
2020. The reason
before
why I
COVID.
asked is because, just for the record, everybody should know that the flood of '08 was Mayor Costin's fault.
Yes, completely.
I brought it. It just goes with the territory.
It was my fault for a long time, because Sonner Ditch did it.
I brought it right down White River.
Yeah, right. And the reason why I bring that up, you were nowhere probably even thinking of politics back then, and here we are addressing similar issues and finding out things that,
Find out things we had no idea.
and for the record, it's impossible for us, no matter if we had the money or not, to clean Indian Creek, because that has to go through so many permits
Yeah,
and,
we
and
really can't touch that except for emergencies.
that really needs dredged a little bit.
Yeah. It needs, the debris out of it and dredged, yeah.
And again, some of the work that we're doing down in that area with the drainage, thankful that we're able to work together, and it's ready money. It's made that available.
That's the only reason we can do this project, the ready money's there.
Correct.
I will say ready money, it's not been a very nice process, right, Kirsten?
Well, I think when people hear you get a grant, they don't realize it's a reimbursable grant.
It's and we weren't told that to start with.
Yeah, you've got to spend the money, then show the documentation, then maybe 6
They
months
told us-
later, you'll get it back.
In our original meetings, they told us to submit the invoice and they'd pay the invoice in our
See,
original meeting.
all the federal grants I've ever done, they're all reimbursable.
That's
There's-
not what they
there's-
told us.
There's nothing up front that I've ever,
And that's what was supposedly going to make the ready money such a great
Yeah.
tool, because
that
it
it?
wasn't going to follow that procedure.
But it did.
Yeah.
So, in our first couple of meetings, no, just submit your invoice and we'll pay it. No, we tried to do that and said, nope, you pay it and then we reimburse it.
And not to put you on the spot, but not knowing if you're going to stay for the next meeting of commissioners, are you privy to the numbers yet of what Senate Enrolled Act will do to the city's budget?
We have been given some preliminary numbers. Jeff Peters has given us some indication of what's going to happen over the next 5 years. Not sure, I know they are trying to rework some things at the state level, but I don't think they'll get it through this session.
Ain't so sure they're gonna get it through next session.
Yeah.
I hope they do.
They've talked about postponing the effect on lit to 2029, and I think they'll get that through. All indications are they'll get that through, but there's been no mathematical change to the equation of what is going to happen in 28, postponed to 29 will do to us. I know the county, I think, is going to lose 3.9 million, maybe a little bit more.
During the 5-year lookout period, we're going to lose a little over 5 million. The 1 year that's going to hit us hard will be 28, and that we're going to lose about 1.8 million that year.
In 28, which would be postponed to 29 if they pass that.
But it's still, you're going to have to tackle it somewhere.
It's
Either
gonna hurt.
either the state's going to have to
Kicking
take
the can
care of
down
it,
the road.
or we're going to have to do something. And what's kind of frustrating, all the great, wonderful projects, I'm looking on the city side right now that we've done, and on the county side that you've done the last 4 years, will be forgotten. We'll be remembered as the group that put the new local income tax on.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we'll be remembered. And the shame, because we had no say in this.
I have stated publicly every commissioner meeting and every chance I get that I blame no one, but they gave this to us, they can have it back.
I've got a friend of mine, he's mayor down at Greenfield, Mayor Marsh. He's been saying for the last 8 months, it's the governor's new tax bill. And I think that's the way I've been referring, it's not Senate bill, whatever, it's the governor's new tax bill.
I hope that people, and I've read some articles on the outside, and I'm trying to educate myself because I'm a property owner. The $300 that everyone's that was promised in tax savings, only if your house is assessed at $300,000. So that's not a whole lot of them. And 2, that $300 gonna cost you a whole lot more in other ways.
Well, let's just look at what we've looked at the past week. Look at the overtime that your county highway department has had. I look at what our street department has had, and when you are being cut the kind of funds that we're facing, you may not have your streets plowed. We may have to let some employees go, and we just don't have the manpower to do it.
I don't think there's no doubt in that. You're gonna have to let some employees go.
Yeah.
If they don't do much tweaking, it's gonna be bad on the
I know
employees.
Ben Merida, the clerk, he and I are going to start working on next year's budget here in about another week, looking at, where can we cut? Because you're facing the same problems we are. Your insurance premiums are going up because of everybody wants to sue over a drop of a hat, and those are things that you've got to pay. So once you look at your hard expenses that you're going to have to pay, where can we cut? And I know I've gotten away from the drainage board
Well,
meeting,
that's
but
fine.
No.
That's fine.
But it's
no,
something we
but
both
in
face.
theory, you haven't, because it all goes back to development. It all goes back to, will we have the money? We talked about the development going across. Yes, it combines, but no, because if we do get development, then we'll have to worry about drainage, and if we have no money,
Then what do we do? Yeah.
then what do you do?
Yeah, because if you stop development, we die.
Yeah, we have to develop, we have to
Yeah,
grow.
you gotta keep
We have to keep growing. I mean, that unfortunately, and I don't want to point fingers, I always hate the previous administrations or whatever, but that's what's happened in Morgan County for so long, that we've not had a positive mindset that we wanted to grow.
I agree 100%.
And I remember I spoke at a luncheon, it was probably in '21, and I had a few people get a little upset, but it's time that all the politicians check their egos at the door. We need to work as a county, as a whole, because what happens in Mooresville benefits us, what happens in Monrovia benefits us, and we all need to work together.
I pulled the minutes from 1974, and it was a professional recommendation that we build a new courthouse in '74.
Well, you guys got that done pretty quick.
Yeah.
Take too long.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, Brian.
Well, thank you, sir. Any
Well-
more questions for the mayor?
Anything else drainage-wise you need to talk to us
No,
about?
if we can get that, and I will still ask Mr. Coffey to follow up, so you have a letter for record.
One thing that's gonna do, we hope it helps Artesian Acres.
You'll
Right
have
now,
to.
their pipes are half full, and so we're putting a new pipe under the road. What is that in the Ford? What's that one called? I don't know the name of that road, do you?
Is it Robert Curry?
Yeah, maybe it's Curry Drive. Whatever road goes in that Ford, we're putting a new pipe under there. We're getting rid of the two pipes that are there. We're gonna lower that. So it should lower that, getting out of that artesian acres a lot quicker. Right now, water stands in that pipe. It should open that pipe all the way up.
Well, and again, I want to applaud what you're doing, because here again, Terry and I have talked, there's two ditches back behind that development that should never have been allowed.
Never
But
been
nobody
allowed.
had the courage when it was going through to say, no, you're not going to do it this way.
Yeah,
And they
that,
let
that
it be done.
north ditch was an old farmer, said, I'm not paying that to get Hilldale dug, so he dug his own ditch. And put all the water the wrong way.
Happened right down there at Lingle Road as well on the
Yeah,
north
there's
side.
other-
I
there's
mean,
other
you got,
spots.
you got
Yeah.
other spots in the county that's happened that
But
I know about.
again,
We
I,
can- we can correct it, we got money to correct it, we have to correct it.
but I applaud you as a board and as commissioners for being strong and doing what's right.
Well, we
Thank you.
thank you for working with us,
You're welcome.
for sure.
And when are you going to be done with your project on the square?
We're thinking we're going to drag, we're going to drag that out. We're looking to see if I can remove any more trees.
Yeah, why'd
Thank
cut
you,
those-
Commissioner
Why'd
Cog.
you cut those trees down?
I should have walked in with a target on my back.
Oh.
Tell you what, we need a motion to tentatively set our hearing for March.
So move.
Second,
Are we going to set the hearing date?
It'll be our drainage board meeting in March,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So I have-
Tentatively,
I have
as
a-
long as Kirsten and I can get everything
Okay.
finished, so.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. New business?
Okay, this is new business, but I'll pass this down. Bill's in Arkansas fishing again today, so. You've got these, this is our flyer for the upcoming cleanup. It's gonna be March 21st. I don't know, Lisa, we're not all the way tweaked on that yet, are we, on this? We just tweaked it Friday afternoon, I know that. Yeah. So what? Yeah, once we're okay with it, it'll go live, but that's our thing. So put that down on your calendar. Anybody wants to show up, show up. So, that's all Bill had. The only other thing I have is, I'm still working with NDOT about a crossing down there on Nutter Ditch that we took out, the one, we said it was obstruction, right at the gravel pit. They're still trying to figure a way to get across there to look at the trees they planted. So, and I keep telling them we are not paying to put another crossing in there. So we'll see what happens there.
Hey.
That's all I have.
I went out the other day and looked at the gates to the levee.
Yeah.
We got an updated manual a while back. Gary gave us one before he left. And as a commissioner and a firefighter who has to put those gates in, it's always good to every now and then go out there and look at them. I actually did learn a couple things.
I guess you guys have to put the ones into the railroad track, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The other one's automatic, but you're gonna put that one in.
So when we have a question about that, do we take it back to the city?
It goes right back to the city, yeah.
Okay. Then after this meeting, I got a question for you. Any-
Who is,
It doesn't have to be in the, and I don't, I mean, it's about the location of a key to a lock, so I don't want everybody in the county to know where the key to the lock is. But I should probably know. Yeah, I should probably know.
I really had looked, Brian, aren't those aluminum gates?
the aluminum gates interlocking, sealed up. How long are they?
They're probably about 6 feet long.
6.
I've got,
There's like 4 or 5 of them that go across, and then we pin them in,
Okay.
and they got great
We
big
have-
I-beams on the back of them to support them, so they,
don't we have all those plans
But it's all
downstairs
aluminum
for that?
though, right? Even the I-beams, yeah.
Hey, I've got plans, Kenny, downstairs if you wanna come look at it.
I'd like to.
Any other questions or business come before the board? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, no, we've got it. We've had 2 or 3 different, drafts of it, but we got the final. Yeah, I've got all that down in my office, so.
Anything else? Not hearing anything, call for an adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Thanks,
All in
guys,
favor,
I
say aye.
appreciate it.
And I'm signing,
Oh, one other thing, real quick.
Kenny signing minutes and bringing it this way.
One thing real quick. I'd like to tell Kenny how much I appreciate he been on the drainage board for us. I know this may be his last drainage board. I don't
will
want to
be.
spoil your
Nope,
surprise.
you're good.
but,
No, it's already out.
It's been an honor to work with Kenny, and so